This will be hard. This will only be about 5 minutes because I really feel like I don't want to waste my time in this piece of shit. So let's start. Temper Temper by Bullet for My Valentine. Now, I personally liked them back in my early high school years. I mean, I still listen to Screaming Fire sometimes, and Waking the Demon's just fucking awesome. Awesome that song. Then I heard Fever, and two things fucked me up. One, it was really soft, way too soft. I know that Matt Tuck had to get his vocals done, but that was back on Screaming Fire, really soft. Another thing was this weird fucking production that just seemed off kilter, and that's what the album really fucking suffered from. So fast forward a few years later, they say they were making an album, and they've come out with Temper Temper. First of all, a fucking awful name. I've heard great albums with terrible names. I mean, fucking. I'm gonna just use this, but uh, Vitology by Pearl Jam, amazing album, terrible name, I think, in my opinion. Or Versus, and this album fucking sucks. Now it starts off with Breaking Point, which is it's really boring. The one thing that you'll notice immediately is the lack of good quality leads that they were known for on their first two records, as well as interesting drum patterns. Their drummer has definitely lost his spark. He used to be pretty fast, a lot of melodic death metal style drum beats, and some good fills. Instead, here it's very, very fucking simple. And Tuck's vocals, my god, he could still scream, thank you fucking god, but his cleans are really bad, especially this time around. He's never been a great clean vocalist, but he sounds like he's putting his fucking teeth up to a chalkboard here. Then we come to the worst, absolute worst track of this album, besides Riot. This is Truth Hurts. Ugh, everything about it infuriates me, from the fucking clean vocals to how simple it is. This is what's really killing this album, is that they have some technical skills. We've seen this in the past with The Poison and Screaming Fire, Waking the Demon, prime example. But this album and this song in general is really just boring as hell. I could have made a fucking sandwich and it would have been more interesting. Then we get to the title track, Temper Temper, aka the first single. This, I will admit, has a catchy chorus, but the verse just sucks. Matt's lyrics are god awful on this whole album. I really didn't like the lyrics. Riot, Dirty Little Secret, shit like that had awful lyrics. It's really simple, this song. I mean, this is Bullet for My Valentine. They wrote Last to Known, Scream Fire, Tears Don't Fall, songs like that were awesome and had good compositions. And here we just see it go in the way of just standardness. By the way, I will point out the solos are decent, and the guitar work, while very simplified, still has some good points in it. I mean, Breaking Point's probably the best damn song in here, besides the ballad POW. Now, I should have hated this song, but I actually found it kind of enjoyable. That's the last you'll ever hear the word enjoyable on the rest of the album. The rest is monotonous, boring metalcore that's been very simplified, and it seems like they were going that route with Fever, but there's still some cool songs on there. But here, I cannot pick out songs where I'll consistently go back and listen to, even if the rest of the album sucked. It really feels like, I mean, you don't have to suck on a new record, for Christ's sakes. Silosis, I just bought this today. Monolith, awesome fucking record. Skeleton Witch, I know this is really old, but Breathing in Fire, awesome fucking record. These are great follow-ups and to albums they've had before, and this shouldn't be any different for a band like Bullet for My Valentine, who are fucking huge. Everybody knows them. This shouldn't be happening to a well-established band, or at least, you know, especially of this magnum. I mean, Metallica sucks now, but who knows? If you're wondering why I'm not giving consistent reviews, just because there's really nothing to go on. There's nothing interesting throughout this whole album. There's some good little sprouts in there like PLW and Breaking Point, but that's it. Everything else like Riot, Saints and Sinners, Dead to the World, shit like that is very boring. Terrible lyrics, subpar guitar work, drums are very hideous. I mean, they're so simple. And the music, this is a case of just following a pattern from your last album, which fans didn't like, and continuing that again. I call it Metallica syndrome. Yeah. So if I had to rate this album, it's slightly